Yo, what's good, world? We back with another one, man. It's a special one for me, for us, I believe. We got our first guest, Chace Greene.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Chace Greene in the building,
brother.
Yeah,
With the family.
Yes, sir, fam.
Family.
This special to me because, you know, like, man, I consider you to be a part of our family, you know what I'm saying? Like, we grew up together. You've modeled for us.
For sure.
When we first started. Even now, you still model for us, whether it's fashion shows, whether it's catalog shoots or whatever the case may be. So, man, I just want to take this time to say thank you for, you know, like supporting us and continue to support us, man, and just riding out with us, man. We appreciate it, bro.
Yo, I appreciate that, bro. It's an honor to be here.
Yo, so I know you guys are tuning in right now, but we got so many free games to give you guys, man. A lot of free game. Tune in, finna get to the end of this podcast, and then just make sure y'all check us out.
The sentiments is likewise. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, I knew you from school.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And UNG.
yeah.
And you know, y'all boys was always cool. And your bro, Josh. Oh, cool dude. So, just to see where it is now, you know what I'm saying? And even though I got my own brand, like, I don't care what nobody say. I'm #1 philosopher ambassador.
That's love, man.
Appreciate that, bro.
Stay focused.
Stay focused.
You know what I'm saying? When you see the
focused.
SF, you know the vibes.
Yes,
But yeah, man, I'm just happy to be here, bro.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be here.
So like Chace said, man, he got his brand, Stay Focused, and he got his movement, Stay Focused. You catch him on IG at Chace Greene. It's crazy, you know, like, man, a lot of the times your movement is, you know, letting millennials or zillennials know how they can stay focused and whatnot.
Sure.
So that's what we really talking about today. Like, man, just staying focused, man, applying yourself and sticking to what you got to do. Yeah. So we go hop right into it. We gonna ask Chace a few things, like, and see, you know, you the stay focused guru. We gonna see.
The people gotta hear you.
We gonna get some gems for you, and you know, everybody else out there. We go, you know, like, put them onto your movement and see how we can get them to stay focused. You feel me?
Nah, for sure. I mean, staying focused. I think you guys are a perfect embodiment of that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Appreciate
like, from you guys are 10 years in the game. You know what I'm saying? Motivating, inspiring, not just talking it but walking it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's staying focused, staying committed. You know what I'm saying, to the goal and executing at a high level. So, y'all doing it.
Yeah,
appreciate that, bro.
Y'all doing it for sure.
Appreciate it. I think that's why we kind of like feel like it's perfect. You feel me? Because like you said, we definitely be focused, and then the time, like, we've been in this game, like, all of us, we've been, like, really, like, rocking for real, like, we said, you model for us and stuff like that. So it's like, that's why we all rock with you, bro.
Yeah,
real.
Not even just that though. Like, to take it back in the school days, just like even just seeing you from afar, like when every time I think about you, no homo, you know what I'm saying? It's like I always remember like you just being in the cut, being fresh, rocking them jerseys, with the braids, you know what I'm saying? So I remember, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I remember. And then just to fast forward past high school, I know when we, me, Rick, and our other brother Joseph, we had the company WeArrive.com. And at that time, you was D-Cash. You was making that music, and you were fire with the music. Like you were really dope with the music. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I used to ride to your music.
I appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you was snapping. You feel me? So it's like to see the transition, you know, and with all the success, you know what I'm saying? To see you every time, it's the same energy, dog. Every time, and us doing this for 10 plus years, there's a lot of different people that walk through the doors of Fly Supply, dog, from athletes, entertainers, all kind of stuff. And sometimes, bro, the energy don't be the same, bro. And like KP, he's a closed door. Like, he's the president of closed door. That boy don't be wanting nobody to come in the shop really unless it's like good energy.
Mr. No.
Mr. No, you feel me? So if it ain't certain people, that boy KP gonna give you straight AC treatment. Like, you walk in the door, that boy gonna say, "What's up, turn?" He don't say nothing. You feel me? So just like, man, dog, like, you always got the same energy. great energy. You know what I'm saying? And it was only right, dog. 'Cause, you know, we've done with a lot of people, and we could bring a lot of people on the platform, but it was just like, you know, like we was talking off camera. It was just like, man, like, dog, like we all picked up on your movement. Like at different times, it wasn't even like everybody group watched it. It was kind of like, dang, like, boy, I ain't gonna lie, like, well, you see what Chace doing? Oh yeah, hey, I ain't gonna lie, like, you doing this thing. So it was real genuine, and it just only made, it was only right to have you be first on the show, man, and just, I'm excited, dog. Like honestly, like, I'm a fan of what you got going on, cause even just doing a podcast, it's not an easy thing for us. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, but it's 4 of us. So it's just like when stuff get crazy and weird, we can kind of lean on each other. And it's like, it just be you. So I be thinking to myself, like, well, how he get it done? Like, do you even pay attention to the comments? Because I know you get a lot of comments.
Yeah, for sure.
And pushback probably from ladies.
Yeah.
You know
I mean, you know what's crazy? I get pushback from females, which is, it's expected. Right. Based on the message. Yeah. But what would be crazy is when you be seeing that niggas, I'm like, yo, bro, I'm making this for us. You know what I'm saying? This our shit. Like, what are you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's cool, bro. Like,
you welcome it?
I do. Okay. I do, because I understand what comes with it. I know what I signed up for. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So
even from the outside looking in, man, the way you conduct yourself, man, it's not like you being combative with it.
Yeah.
You actually give them, you rebuttal in a real respectful and dignified way. Like, you break it down for them to the point that they'd be like, damn, you know what? You are right. You made a point.
You know what?
It went over my head, and I'm going to help you see the type of point I'm making. And matter of fact, you might even agree with them sometimes, but you'll bring it back. Yeah. But still stay true to what you said.
Nah,
you know
for sure.
I'm saying? So, and I commend you on that. I see how you operate.
I appreciate that. My whole MO is, I'm not trying to be right. You know what I'm saying? Like, my perspective is my perspective. Yeah. I loved when the people in the comments, they share their perspective. Yeah. Like, I don't think I'm smarter. I don't think I'm better. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, our experiences, you know, they mold us and they shape our perspective. Fact. So I'm sharing mine. You know what I'm saying? If you have some insight that can further my perspective, or even, you know what I'm saying, enhance it, change it, or whatever, share it. But I'm not really trying to argue or debate, because I'm living what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
we know you for a long time. We've been seeing how you move, man. Like from the outside looking in, we know that you just being yourself.
Exactly.
But everybody else might think that's a persona, but nah, this is what you do for real.
Yeah. So as far as like comments, like, I never take it personal, because I'm not trying to be right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's a dope perspective.
I ain't gonna lie, like, cause like I said earlier too, you were doing music. Yeah. And then you pivoted from music. Mm-hmm. What was the reason why you pivoted from the music, and like, cause you was dope at it. Yeah. And I'm sure that you still are dope at it. You know what I'm saying? So like, what was it something that you were seeing in the industry? Like, man, I can't really get with these flawed people. You know what I'm saying? Or,
you know what? And that's a good question. It wasn't anything that I saw in the industry per se. It was more of something I saw in myself. Okay. You can be talented at something, but if it's not really for you, it's more like you forcing it. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like I was forcing the issue. Like, I love to create, but I wasn't in love with being a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like, it even came off corny to me. Like, oh, so bro, you rap? Like, you feel me? Like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like what I do now, like, I love it. I stand in it. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's like, there's no shame or fear or anything like that when telling somebody what I do, or sharing it, or anything like that.
It definitely comes off organic, man. Just watching him, like, he just being himself up there for real, man. And you could tell that people are actually being receptive towards it, because the engagement is real. Yeah. Like, ain't nobody talking to themselves. People are talking to each other. Like, followers are talking to each other. People are sharing it. I'm sharing it left and right. Yeah.
That was one of my big things. I wanted to create a community. You know what I'm saying? Like, with places where people can come. Yo, come here. You can get your jokes off. You can get your real experiences off. You can, you know what I'm saying? You can battle if you want in the comments, whatever. But just a place of community. That was one of my biggest things.
Let me ask you this, man. Speaking of, like, doing you, and like, I look at it from, all right, here's the perspective, right? You know, somebody that was also doing what you do, but was a little older, right? Kevin Samuels. Word. What do you say to the people that say you like this Kevin Samuels 2.0, and you picking up where he left off at?
I think.
Do you even want that title, or do you just want to be Chace Greene, or you just?
Nah, for sure I'm Chace Greene. For sure I'm Chace Greene. But I think it's dope. I respect that he was able to build a platform.
Mm-hmm.
I do like what he was doing because he was going against the status quo.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If you listened objectively, you would see his message wasn't a malicious message.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he was really, his delivery could be harsh, but the truth is harsh. Truth hurts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, and again, he had his own perspective. Did I agree with everything he said? No, not everything.
Yeah.
But I still respected it.
Gotcha.
But as far as me being the Kevin Samuels 2.0, I wouldn't say that. Kevin Samuels was more so trying to get people married. Like, I ain't really, like, you know what I'm saying, trying to coach people up to be married.
You know what
I'm saying? Yeah, I ain't trying to be the love doctor. Like, I believe in be happy your way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I live a certain, you know what I'm saying, lifestyle that ain't what Kevin Samuels was talking about.
Yeah.
So, but again, I'm just sharing perspective, giving game.
I feel you.
Like, I didn't have a big brother. I'm the oldest.
Okay.
So, you know what I'm saying? I had uncles, but they were like way older than me.
Okay.
So I always,
That's what I wanted.
I always
where
coveted
you got all your game from?
that type of dynamic, like a big brother.
Okay.
So since I didn't have it, I just said, you know what, I'll become it for somebody that was maybe like me. You know what I'm saying? So you can hear maybe what I'm saying, it resonates with you because you think that way, but you don't have any influences to reinforce that.
Right.
So you can see it and be like, damn, I'm not crazy. I think just like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or
it's a lot of
he's
people
going through something, man. You know what I'm saying? So
You know what's dope about it all, man? No matter where you at in life, whether you're in a full-blown relationship, whether you out here doing you can relate to it.
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm all in my situation. I just got married, and I love where I'm at, right?
Yeah.
But then I got homies that's free out here and just single, but
Yeah.
I'm sure they can relate to a lot of the things you saying. 'Cause
Yeah.
I definitely relate to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I love with your delivery, man, is that everybody can gravitate towards it. Men and women.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
and
saying?
I try to keep it principle based,
Yeah.
not more so it doesn't alienate. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm just talking to single people. I'm just talking about people in relationships. Just masculinity principles. Like,
Gotcha.
you know what I'm saying? Principles of just keeping the player.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm big on that.
Yeah. Man, no, we gonna circle back, but I know you got something
Yeah,
to
nah,
say. I'm keeping it playing.
You gotta keep it peak. Cause like you ready said, you gotta double back to keep it in peak, keep it in player.
Yeah.
But you know what I love so much about it is because when I look at what you've been able to do in a short period of time,
Yeah.
it's just like you're a distant father, a distant OG to a lot of people. Cause that game, a lot of people are missing out on that game.
Yeah.
You're like talking to a woman, you're talking to a chick about another dude and all that. You know what I mean? So it's just certain game that you know that you shouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Then also, what I love about what you did was that you didn't let people in the space of what you're doing deter you from getting started.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes people compare themselves to experience. So you might be comparing yourself to somebody that's 10 years in the game, and you just started at day one. You know what I'm saying? But you like really jumped in that space. You was being 100% you. Yeah. And like it really worked for you.
You know, it's funny. From the outside looking in, it always seems like somebody just did it. But for a long time, like I contemplated even doing it. You know what I'm saying? And I tested it like in my story. You know what I'm saying? See how people will react.
I seen the growth,
and
man.
get more and more. And you know what I'm saying? A lot of if you know me and you follow me, I'm big on therapy. I actually go to therapy. Like I've gone to therapy throughout the years. And my therapist, she was outside of my close friends, they would always like try to push me. But my therapist, she was real instrumental into, stop, just do it now. And you always say this, and I took it from you about do it scared.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? She was like, I was like, okay, I'm gonna start 3 weeks from now. And she was like, you know what? No, you're gonna start Thursday. And I was like, she was like, and when you come back to the session, you're gonna tell me what happened.
That's dope.
And I was like, yo, what? Like what? Like, you know what I'm saying? So behind the scenes, like I felt every emotion as far as like, I don't know, like what's gonna separate me from other people, what's, you know what I'm saying? So I'm glad it looks. I just had that shit figured out. But I really did. And she just told me like, you have to go out there and you have to do it so you can test to see what works. You gotta do it, you gotta fail, all right, switch it up, do it this way. You know what I'm saying? But I was trying to fine tune it and get it perfect and get it perfect. And there is no perfect. The audience is gonna tell you. That's what it is.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
So how you was getting your mind, like the mindset? She told you that you got to do it by next Thursday.
Yeah.
Right. So how did you prepare your mindset? You know how you know what I'm saying to get started, to get going. Did you listen to music? Did you read a book? You know what I'm saying? What did you do?
Yeah. Like I've struggled with imposter syndrome.
So we just spoke about that. Literally on the last episode, we just spoke about that.
Oh, word. Oh, that's dope.
I feel like we all struggle with that.
Yeah, for sure. So,
even if it looks like we got it figured out.
Yeah, and I would always be so perplexed when people would just be wild with things I would do, and I'd be like, I mean, like, y'all like that shit for real? That shit's fire. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely read books. One book was 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. Okay. Another book was Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. Right. Love that book. Another book was a book by Seth Godin. What is it called? How to Know When It's Your Time. Okay. It's always your time. And to me, that book was the book that really like set it off, because it was all about creators and creatives and people in business, just doing it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Stop waiting for the time. Just do it.
The hardest
like,
part is just starting.
And the book, it resonated with me so much, and it just reinforced what I really needed to hear and what everybody that was really close to me was saying. And it was just like, yo, it's go time.
That's dope.
It's go time. And then I think it's when it's for you, you start to see like things that just kind of just constantly remind you. Like, you know, like if you get a car and then all of a sudden you start seeing it, like, all right, like let's just say Rick, like, hey, you need to put it out. Yeah. Then I would just keep getting these affirmations that, bro, do it, do it.
Time is now.
And then that was like the last kick in the ass, like, yo, you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it this Thursday.
Took out.
And then I did it, and you know what I'm saying?
I'm a fan for real, man. Every time I see you doing your thing, man, I know that like you know what's dope is that I met you through my boys right here, man. My brothers right here. Like we seen you on set. I was new on the team too, you know what I'm saying? But I saw how you moved for real. Yeah. And to see your growth and the way you are looking at our growth, and I could tell it's a genuine mutual respect for real. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing that I'm always commend you on, is that every time we call Chace, man, it's like whether he could do it or not, he gonna figure out a way, or he'll at least give you the respect to tell you, no, I can't do it today.
You know what it is
or
about y'all?
Might be.
It was I always felt indebted because y'all fucked with me when you didn't have to. You know what I'm saying? And I never take I don't take stuff like that for granted.
That's real, man.
You know what I'm saying? So when I was doing music, and you know what I'm saying, Rick and you guys was doing the We Arrive, like I didn't have to pay. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was
it's love for
like,
real.
you get me? It was always love. So I was like, if there's ever anything
with
that
no
I can do with no strings attached, nobody asked me for anything.
Like a favor for
we didn't barter or anything. It was just straight love. So I always felt like I'm a person that I never felt old. And people with a sense of entitlement always rub me the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that you guys proactively show love, and it was genuine and it was consistent throughout the years, is nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like any time, like, you know what I'm saying? And Rick seen like, hey, whatever I'm doing, hey, you need me? Hey, I'm dropping, I'm canceling it. You get me? Like, that's what it is.
I think that's why it was easy, because like you said, it was genuine. For sure. I think that was the biggest thing. It was genuine and consistent. And you always show that genuine and consistent.
And like, we never kept score. Nobody kept score.
Time. Yeah. One thing about your content now is it's definitely you talk about a lot of things. You touch on a lot of subjects. Definitely valuable subjects for men. And some of them topics are real edgy. Yeah. I see how the women react to it. Some of them are real edgy. But the thing about it is, you were really on that edgy shit even before you started doing content. I used to be in the stories too, like, this is crazy. That nigga wildin'.
Nigga was on the shit.
I ain't gonna lie. That's when I told you, I was like, yo, you should do it. I had a conversation. I'm like, yo, you should do something. We should come together and do something. But this is like, I want to say a couple years before you even like dived in. But when you dived in,
I think I started like really like turning up like in the story like around 2018.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was just dipping my foot in it. It was you know what it was? I was just tired of the landscape. Like, I felt like every time I logged into the internet, it was always men being the butt of the jokes.
Right.
So I'm like, yo, we need something where we can get our shit off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or something, or some place where we can talk. And you know what I'm saying? Or a men can give a man's perspective. But I still had to learn. So, you know what I'm saying? So what I learned from Kevin Samuels was, okay, he was talking to women, which it accelerated his fame and notoriety, but it caused a lot of friction and contention, right? So what I said I would do is, I'm gonna talk to men.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? One, because I felt men needed guidance, and not to say that I'm the leader or anything like that, but it's just I just felt like men needed community. Men do need game. You know what I'm saying? And it would be not easier, but if it's a man talking to man, the same way how women always say, stay out of men's business, well, we got our own business over here. Like, you know what I'm saying? This our shit. This barbershop talk. You know what I'm saying? And I welcome them to join, but you ain't controlling it over here.
You can't control the narrative.
You can't control the narrative over here. So that's what I wanted. Like, I seen like the Justin LeBoys, I seen the Shade Room. I like, God damn, it's always us. So you know what I'm saying? I'm finna make something where it's for us by us. You get me? So something like that.
What do you think about, like, because we see it everywhere, like even in those rooms and stuff like that, and those other pages and platforms. I know you don't know everything. We don't know the answers. We don't know why women think the way they do. Why do you think that they feel like so, like, driven to jump into like something like that? You're giving men valuable game about themselves, mental health and everything. Yeah. But why do women? When I like see the comments and stuff, it seems like women just always like kind of get in and get defensive automatically. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, what's your take on that, bro?
I think.
Yo, what's going on, man? Sorry to interrupt. I won't be long, I promise. Look, head on over to fsc.academy and check out our courses and check out our goods. We dropping a lot of gems, so go check us out, man. fsc.academy. All right, y'all go back to the show.
I think a lot of the times it's about control. It's about control. They like to control the narrative. It's a combination of things. So one is it's a need to control, right? Two is a sense of entitlement, right? And again, I'm not talking about old women. I'm just talking about those that jump in and want to, you know what I'm saying, change the whole like. Yeah. So I think it's a sense of entitlement. I think it's a need for control. Three, I think they're not used to someone telling them the truth. Like as men, and I'll be honest, men think lying is game. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of women are used to being lied to. You get me? Because
so defense mechanisms already up.
Yeah, so a nigga tell you anything just to crack. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when you meet somebody that not interested in cracking you, so I'm gonna keep it a bean, like, nah, that shit, nah, that ain't it. And you know what I'm saying? And because you're not used to being told the truth, it sounds like hate, or it sounds like misogyny, or it sounds like, but it's just a truth that you're not used to hearing. You know what I'm saying? And then it's a level of a lot of people aren't objective. They can't hear something and take themselves out of it. You know what I'm saying? Not take it personal and just like really hear and comprehend.
They listening to
like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like they listen with their heart and then I listen with their ear. Like, you get me? So a combination, when you add all that up, then you get that entitled, no, that's not true, combative. It's this, and combative, and you know what I'm saying?
Like, the thing is, like, because even it was a post you put like maybe like a few days ago, maybe last week. Yeah. Like, you really building men up. Like, you giving them some real game, bro. Yeah. And like a chick came in there, I don't know, but a chick came in on some, nah, this not it, like whatever. It's like, yo, but it's not even, you didn't even mention women. Yeah. Like, you really trying to build a man up, but then she came in on some like defensive, like it's misogyny and whatnot, bro.
And,
like,
and I love it, bro. I love it. I love that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, women are welcome. You know what I'm saying? I really love when an objective woman comes in, and even if she doesn't agree, she can communicate her point clearly.
And just
you know what I'm saying? Just be eloquent with it, respectful, and we can agree to disagree. We can do whatever.
Facts.
I love that shit. Yeah. But the other joints, they can come too.
I feel like,
you know what I love about my shit is I don't gotta say nothing.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? My tribe gonna go up for me.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
You see my comments, boy?
Yeah.
I be all be front
Me
and center with
personally,
you, boy.
I feel like it's a combination of what you said. Like, you know, like they being lied to.
Yeah.
They feel like entitled to. But a big part, I feel like it's a lot of hurt. Like a lot of people not healed. It ain't even from the next nigga, like us, another dude, like breaking their heart. It be from birth. Like they daddy done lied to him. They ain't have no daddy. You feel me? He say he go come through, pick him up.
Yeah.
He ain't never show up for that daddy-daughter date.
Yeah.
So then next thing you know, all of that shit, then you come in the picture. You probably the third nigga through the pipeline.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you coming in, feeding them all this garbage. You know what I'm saying? They keep going through that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's when they really come into that shit where they like, man, fuck niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like it be from birth. It don't really be from like, man, I'm entitled. They just be sick of this shit because niggas be on niggas shit. You feel me?
You know what? I do agree with that. And that's why I try my hardest never to take a woman's voice away from her or her experiences. That's even real. If I don't agree with it, like, I don't think she's just making it up. Like, because it is ain't shit niggas in the world. It is lying niggas in the world. And you know what I'm saying? I know some. So I would be remiss to act like she's just making that shit up. You get what I'm saying? So I get it. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't gonna control it. Nah. But I hear what you're saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how I
just get that perspective just because, you know, like, I got daughters.
For sure.
And I try to be like their first example of how a dude should treat them, you know what I'm saying? And how he should, if he say something to him, how he should stand on what he's saying. All, you know, everything above and beneath, you know what I'm saying? I just try to be all that for them. But like, I know, like, when I see other people on the ground, I'm just like, some people, like, they'll post some shit and I just be like, spread love. I just like respond to their shit, like spread love, and they'll delete their shit. But I'm not that I'm trying to like come down on them. It's just like, damn, like, everybody, you hate a dude, you hate him. You want a nigga to be like, man, fuck these hoes, fuck them niggas, fuck you. It's like, dog, let's just come together and like, you know what I'm saying? Let's be happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a whole, like as a black woman, black man, white woman, black man, white dude, white, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, like, just spread love. And shit, that's just how I feel. But everybody want to come and, you know what I'm saying, be combative and
spread that hate.
Just spread hate and stuff like that.
You touched on this earlier, man. You said your therapist. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big advocate for therapy. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, some things it's best to just talk to somebody that is going to give you a non-biased opinion of what it is for real.
For sure.
Based on their clinical knowledge or whatever they experienced or whatnot, right?
Yeah.
So I always tell my guys, man, and I think we all actually recently did group therapy as a team.
Oh, that's hard.
Because sometimes it's something that's really frowned upon in our community because you think there's soft, that's some pussy shit, some sissy shit. But, you know, I went to individual therapy, and that was very instrumental in who I am today as far as just seeing myself from the outside looking in and seeing what I needed to correct. You know what I'm saying? And just hold myself accountable. And sometimes we have to hold ourselves accountable and have difficult conversations to get to the root of things. But the key thing is just being honest and truthful. That's the only way it's going to work. So what has been your experience as far as whether it was positive, but you already touched base on how positive it was and how she gave you that major push to do what you do now, how you're excelling. But talk a little bit more about like why you went to therapy. You don't got to go into details, but
no, for sure.
What made you want to do that? And look at what happened. Look at what turned out by you going to therapy.
Just wanting to be the best version of myself, bro.
Fact though.
The best version of myself. Like as we age, we should, you know, start to strive to, you know what I'm saying, become better in all areas of our life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't used to work out, but now I find joy.
I see you getting in
I find joy in it. You know what I'm saying? So I could be the best version of myself physically. You know what I'm saying? I read. I never really used to read like that, but you know what I'm saying? If I can't find the book itself, I might, you know, go to the audio book. Like, you know what I'm saying? But just consuming, you know what I'm saying, more information and knowledge so I can be my best self mentally. Like, you know what I'm saying? Going to therapy, understanding like who I am and getting to the root of it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these things that, we experience, we don't know why. Why you like that? Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's easier to just tell somebody to just accept it because that's just how I am. But I was inquisitive to know, well, why? Why? Like, you know what I'm saying? To kind of dig deeper. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like what you said. It's about being accountable. You know what I'm saying? So I want to be the best version of myself, and I want to own that. I don't want it to be someone else's responsibility.
I respect that all the way.
I ain't gonna lie, that was a dope question, Reg. And I ain't gonna lie, like I'm just hearing you speak. It's like, man, I'm overjoyed on the inside just hearing it because it's just like there's more of us out there. That's all I'm thinking in my head because like from doing this business, and we coming from the same place. You know what I'm saying, Miami? And sometimes you run into people and you said a mouthful just then about like growing, like wanting to go to therapy just to grow. You wasn't reading like that, and then you start to read. I mean, and that's that your story is for me is similar to mine. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I might, I used to hang out every now and then, and every now and then I still do. But like now for me, what's a little bit more exciting for me now is to go grab a book, read a little book on a Friday night. And sometimes people hit me up, what you up to tonight? I'm like, boy, I'm at the crib. No, you ain't at the crib, I'm gonna FaceTime you. Boy, I'm at the crib, I got a book on my stomach. You know what I'm saying? And I'm chilling, but just to hear that you, like you said, that as you age, you should want to grow. Hitting the gym, educating yourself, just wanting to learn more. And it's crazy because a lot of the times, when you circle back to your old neighborhood or whatever, some people are still in the same place. And like to have a conversation with those people sometimes is a little bit discouraging, bro. You know what I'm saying? You might hit the horn and just keep it moving. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or make something up quick. You ain't have nothing to do, but now you got something to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I said again, I'm just overjoyed and I'm honored to be right here just to hear this. You know what I'm saying? And just
you're not alone.
Yeah, you're not alone because I do therapy individually as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, man, just to hear that again, like it's dope.
It's respect.
I salute you. And when I'm hearing you speak the way you're speaking right now, it's just like, bro, it's not easy doing what you're doing. No matter how much people might be like, man, he just dropping videos, man. It's bro. It's really you're preparing. And people and a lot of people nowadays they're trying to skip the process. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole process of like getting ready, preparing what you're about to say, and you got a responsibility now, whether you know it or not. Because people are looking forward to what you're gonna say next, bro. So it's like you're a real performer, whether you know it or not. Like, man, they need Jordan to drop another 40 for the boys. You know what I'm saying? And like, you got to really keep dropping. Like, you got to drop it. You know what I'm saying? And being that you're being yourself, it's going to be easy for you. But it's like you're preparing. You know what I'm saying? You're preparing. There's no way you just jump out there and you just freestyling it. Like, you're really preparing. It sounds sharp. You care about quality. And I can just tell by seeing your work. Like, you don't got to tell me that. I'm watching. I'm like, well,
you see the growth.
He cares about the way he look. You know what I'm saying? Me knowing you from high school days, your presentation, the way you know what I'm saying, like how you carry yourself.
For sure.
Because we got to be honest, as humans, we judge people the way how they look on the outside.
Absolutely.
You know, God and your parents, they gonna judge the way you look, you know, on the inside. But as humans, you know, you always keep yourself up. You know what I'm saying? And I know that you read. I can hear how you speaking. And I'm learning, you know what I'm saying? I was in speech class as a shorty, so I'm learning the certain things that you got to do. So what I'm getting to right now, I know it's a little bit long-winded, but it's, dog, you really have to put in the work to grow. Like sometimes we do these podcasts and I have a friend hit me up, man, you know you said has, you should have said have, or you said have when you should have said has. And I welcome it. I welcome the criticism, man. So I just, you know, it's just dope. I just wanted to throw that in there.
That's dope that you give your friend a space to be able to constructively critique you and you receive it. Like I always feel like me and one of my best friends, like me and him been friends for like over 20 years.
Right.
And it's because we can do that with each other and not take it personal. You know what I'm saying? So and I think that's another element in growth. You know what I'm saying? Being self-aware that, hey, I'm not perfect. You know what I'm saying? And welcoming, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you know it's a genuine thing.
Right.
Welcoming that type of feedback and that criticism so you can continue to grow. So that's dope.
Let me ask you a question. Since We talking about therapy and stuff. I went to therapy like one time.
Rick too cool for therapy.
Well, I had the session that I was having. It lasted for like probably over like I want to say over 10 weeks, but like I come from a household where you're not supposed to talk about your problems and shit like that happens in the crib. Yeah. So like when we first got there, I was talking to him, but I was like I wouldn't like I just say some shit, but I wouldn't give him a full fledged of like, yo, this is how I'm feeling type shit until we started talking about work. And then it's like, all right, we ain't talking about the fam, you know what I'm saying? We talking about some bullshit, you know what I'm saying? I was telling him about my supervisor, and he was like, how did that make you feel? So I was like, man, it made me feel like I want to whoop his fucking I started really getting comfortable because like I let my guard down. Yeah. Like how long it took for you to really like get comfortable with talking to somebody else. Yeah. That's dope. You know what I'm saying? Like
well first, you know we from Miami, right? Yeah. So we grew up on, and especially in the era of Miami we grew up on, we ain't friendly. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Which growing up hindered me from a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you think about it, like I'm terrible at networking. Like, you know what I'm saying? My social skills, I had to build them to where they are from growing up in that. Yeah. So I feel like and then I'm a very cynical person. Like I'm kind of distrusting of people. So I really have to warm up to people. So I had to warm up to my therapist. Now this isn't, I've had multiple therapists. I've had two male therapists and a female therapist, but you got to show me, you got to earn it. Everything with me is earned. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to earn my vulnerability. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to tell you, like, just because you're the therapist, I'm not just going to just tell you. I throw you a few bones and see what you do with it. And then when I see what you're doing with it, I give you a little bit more, So as you're earning my vulnerability, then I'll be more vulnerable with you. And that's how I was with my therapist. And I listen and see, is this just some cookie cutter shit that, you know what I'm saying, is applicable to anybody? Yeah. Or are you tailoring this session to me? Like, you know what I'm saying? And when I peep, like, okay, oh no, you're invested in this. Like, you doing it, you do this for real. Yeah. Then I start warming up and sharing more. So, I feel you. Like, I'm not just going to just tell my business. You know what I'm saying? But I would say it's kind of like a lawyer. Like, you know what I'm saying? Your lawyer or your doctor. Like, your doctor need to know, what did you do? What is it? Your lawyer needs to know, what did you do? What is it? You know what I'm saying? So they can give you the best advice. Full transparency. So as my therapist, all of them, as they earned my vulnerability, I was more vulnerable, and just have had great experiences with each of them.
Yeah, that's what's up, dog. Yeah,
I definitely could second that too, man. Because even on a more personal tip, as far as my son, you know what I'm saying? He's a product of two divorced parents. Like on my first situation, you know, seen a lot. You know, for a kid, you're not supposed to be enduring that. You know, that causes trauma. So, you know, just to make sure his psyche's straight, so he can thrive and be and grow into the man that I know he will be. You know, sometimes you just want him to be able to talk to somebody that's gonna give him a non-biased approach. Or answers and maybe give him some mechanisms on how to deal with whatever he's experienced, because in their little mind, they feel like they caused everything. And they don't even know. And sometimes they don't even know. They put their own little defense mechanisms up where, okay, I can only be this way with mommy, but when I come to daddy's house, I got to be this way, because he's protecting his peace and he's also protecting their peace to make sure that the war, the clash doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? So in their little minds, it's fragile. So I've taken it upon myself to make sure he has an outlet to where he can talk to somebody. And like and my whole point of saying this is that the first lady that we went to, because I was recommended, my actual therapist recommended a child therapist for him. And he's like, yeah, check this lady out. And then we went there, and it was just like you said, it was just cookie cutter. It was you could tell she was going off a script. You could probably say the same thing to the next kid that just walked in. And I'm like, nah, we got to get to the meat and potatoes, because we about a few sessions in. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking insurance. It's just straight cash. Let's get this going. Like, you don't want immediate results, but you know what's fluff and what's not.
Absolutely.
So he goes to the lady that I had mentioned to you the other day, G. And you could tell the wall went down. He's just being himself, and you can see he's just bouncing around the house again. And that's the little man that I know.
That's dope. You know what? It's dope that I feel like we're just understanding like what trauma is.
It's real.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And how everyone is traumatized, you know what I'm saying, to an extent. And therapy and things like that weren't, like, my parents weren't thinking about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? They thinking like, hey, man, I'm raising you how I learned, and you know what I'm saying? The good, the bad, hey, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think it worked, so, you know what I'm saying? And they don't understand the trauma that they impart in you. So the fact that you taking ownership of the situation and trying to, you know, future solve it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's dope.
No, I appreciate that.
I think that's real dope. Yeah.
How important would you say relationships are? Like, I know you said the environment. Like, no, I'm talking about like just any relationship. It don't got to be like females. Like,
okay.
Because you know, like you talk about like the environment that we coming from. Like, you know, the era that we grew up in. Like, man, don't be friendly. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Terrible.
And you said that hindered you with networking and stuff like that. You had to learn how to network. So like.
The worst thing you could do is be an introvert and be from Miami.
You definitely
nobody.
That thing messed us up too, dog. Like,
people talk to nobody.
People actually talk back to you. In the States. Like, but at the crib, nah, man.
Yes. The first time I experienced that when I went to because I went to FAM for like a semester. Like, I was in and out. I tried to do the school thing. It really wasn't for me. But anyway, when I would be walking, like, to the classes or back to my apartment, when people would speak, I'd be looking at them like, the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? But then I had to realize, like, bro, you really mad that somebody was mannerable? Like, you know what I'm saying? Being polite. Like, what type of mentality is that? You get me?
That's like
so
shit.
I had to realize that, Miami really fuck niggas up.
Like, real quick story, bro. Our first, probably like our second trade show. We in the booth. Everybody friendly up there. You know, Atlanta got their little myths about the guys and stuff.
Shout out to ATL. Shout out to ATL.
You feel me? So we from Miami, you know, we got our mug on, you know what I'm saying? And people coming in and out of our booth, you know, if they buying something, we talking to them. They not like, yo, we ain't got no time. You feel me? So this guy comes in the booth. Like, yeah, man, I'm rich homie. Hand me his demo, you feel me? Yeah. So I'm like, I look at him, I'm like, okay. So he just like, damn, like I gave him the cold shoulder, but I ain't know who he was.
Rich homie Quan.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't know. So we come back and we in the shop, we working. And Rel comes through, he's like, oh, you got the new rich homie Quan. He comes down from school, Fatality. He like, oh, you got a new rich homie Quan? I'm like, yeah, man, kid came in the booth. It's like, oh, nah, he finna blow up.
Shout out my boy Real, man.
The nigga blew up, dog.
Shout out Real, man.
At the point when we could have established a connection.
A real connection.
It could have been, like, way cooler. We end up, like, dealing with him and his manager and stuff like that, but, like, it could have been more personal. It could have been more cooler, but I gave him that Miami treatment, and that thing really probably, like, he came down here and he, you know, them boys, him and Thug, all them boys was down here for a little bit when they were working with Cash Money, Young Money or whatever, but it could have been a more solid connection if I would have established the right tone, the right treatment and stuff like that from the jump. But I had that Miami shit, that shit'll fuck you up, boy.
I think that was one of the many things that when I was doing music, that was real hard for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? To like, yo, here, check me out. Like, I'm like, man, one no nigga telling no nigga check me out, bro. As if my shit's supposed to just land. You know what I'm saying? And they laugh out. It's not even a realistic way of thinking. But I just was like, man, I ain't talking to nobody. Like, you know what I'm saying? They gonna have to come talk to me, and then if they got to talk to me, like, state your business, like, you feel me? Let's be out. So it's a real immature and just dumb way of thinking, bro. Just a dumb way of thinking, and I'm happy I grew out of that. It's still difficult for me, but I have an understanding of if you are going to be someone that is a person of influence, a content creator, a creative, anything that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to have to engage. You're going to have to interact. You're going to have to put yourself out there or else go find you a job and thug it there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if that's not what you want, you know what I'm saying? And even working in the corporate world, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I was working in the corporate world, how I was able to kind of navigate, you know what I'm saying, into always being in leadership positions is breaking out of that mentality, networking, doing what I, you know what I'm saying, had to do. So that spirit is just a spirit of hindrance, bro.
She should. I ain't gonna lie. One of the my cheat code for actually, like, cause I ain't gonna lie, I actually broke out of it more when networking and on the club scene, and I realized, like, my cheat code to it was actually, like, looking like somebody, like my whole persona, my appearance. Like, it'd be like, if I pull up to somebody and I talk business, they'd be like, damn, like, they'd be more receptive to me because of the fact that, like, damn, he carrying himself like somebody. He must be somebody. I was trying to figure out who he was anyway, bro. Woo, woo. And I'm like, damn, like, man, people really be wanting another plug, or, you know what I'm saying, somebody from the city, or you know, like, somebody, like, everybody don't know everybody, you know what I'm saying, so, or everything. So I feel like, man, like, that's one of my ways of, like, kind of like breaking that barrier where, like, I'm hindering myself, you know what I'm saying, as far as, like you said, like, that's the imposter syndrome, like, that's what it is basically, you know what I'm saying. So that's how I get out of it, by, like,
presentation
yeah,
is
the
half the battle,
presentation.
for real.
Yeah, before you open up your mouth, man, sometimes your appearance is your business card.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And it's like a magnet. Who wouldn't want to work with Ricky Margello?
Yeah, well,
who wouldn't want to work with Rick Devon? You feel me?
Hey, let me ask you this, because I know you just said something about working in corporate America. Like, were those skills transferable to the content creator space?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like,
okay, awesome.
One thing, like, my mother was tough. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my mom, she's from Haiti. You know what I'm saying? Her mom's died when she was 16. So she kind of had to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And she had us early, you know what I'm saying, here from another country, kind of figuring it out. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? She was tough. Gave a lot of tough love. But one thing my mom's always did was to make sure that we were articulate. Like, you know what I'm saying? We had to read, we had to speak properly. Yeah. We couldn't use a lot of slang, and, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So I say that to say, without me having degrees or actual, you know what I'm saying, papers, certificates, and documents, I was still able to navigate into high level positions just off being articulate and working hard. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, my presentation was dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm always going to have what I need to have on. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm going to speak properly. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to sound like, you know what I'm saying, I know what I'm talking about. I'm going to sound like somebody that, you know what I'm saying, you could take direction from. You know what I'm saying? And then my work going to back all of it up. So you know it's not a fluke. And that was able to get me in good positions, made great money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Starting from entry level to going into, you know what I'm saying? So that.
So what would you say to people right now who's just trying to go from step 1 to 100, skipping all the steps, you know, don't want to put in that groundwork, you know what I mean? Like, what would you tell them? Like,
ain't no skipping steps, bro.
Yeah,
there's no skipping steps, because even though and I was talking to G about this. I'm sorry, I was talking to Cap. My bad. I was talking to Cap about this. The path changed, but the goal didn't change. Like, you know what I'm saying? How I started with music and you all started when We Arrived, and our paths changed. Like, you guys went into clothing, and I'm into content creating now, but the goal didn't change. You know what I'm saying? Aspiring to inspire. You know what I'm saying? To create. So I would say it's gonna take a while. You know what I'm saying? Be committed to it. You know what I'm saying?
Trust the process.
Don't you gotta commit to the goal and not negotiate. You know what I'm saying? With that commitment. You get me? So do it scared. Like, you really gotta do it scared. Like, bro, I don't want you to think that you saying that is light. Like, that shit is heavy, bro. You really gotta do it scared. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you really gotta be able to put yourself out there, and this post might not get no likes. This shit might not hit how you want it to hit. Like, you know what I'm saying? You might not get any comments. The shirt that you put out might not move. It might not do the numbers but you got to use that as data. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, what did I do wrong? Like, you know what I'm saying? And then you have to solicit feedback and then allow those people to be real with you. Like, tell me what would you buy this? Why wouldn't you buy this? And be real with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what don't you like about that video? Like, I'm a person that asks people all the time. I always solicit feedback because I love to be aware of how I'm coming off. You know what I'm saying? So when I do present myself, I present myself in a way that I'm comfortable with because I always know how I'm coming off. Like, you know what I'm saying? So those little things, and then just continuing to tweak and find different muses. Like, I use you guys as inspiration all the time. All the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's Rick is crazy with the aesthetics. You know what I'm saying? Like, G's wise. Like, you know what I'm saying? Cap's creative. Like, I be like, damn, bro. I wish Cap was on my team designing my shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Reg is like a fucking genius. How he just puts the shit together and he has like the foresight. So, like, finding different inspirations. Never being too big to learn from anybody, you know what I'm saying? Which is one of the reasons that I don't debate or I don't try to be right in my comments because even though we don't agree, I can still learn something from your perspective. So about being open, about being open and just continuing to chip away at it day after day after day, striving just to be the best version of yourself.
Hey, what's going on, family? Go over to flysupplyclothing.com and go and get one of our conversational pieces. We need to start talking to each other, and that's what our apparel does. We start conversations through clothing. So go over to flysupplyclothing.com. Don't be selfish. Get one for you and get one for somebody else who you love or who you don't like. Y'all get it together. Love.
That's what's up, man. Hey, one of the a few of the things you mentioned multiple times during our conversation is you mentioned you talk to your audience, and community. So I find that's real dope and stuff like that. How long have you been like? Were you always into like reaching out to people around you, your community, your people to kind of make you better?
Yes. I've always reached out to people to get their opinions on, and not because I'm a person that's easily influenced or anything like that, but I just always want to know. Like, I'm obsessed with how I can be better. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I've always reached out, you know what I'm saying, to people that I know. Now, as far as creating community, that came from, I just saw that there was a lack. Like, and I'm like, yo,
fill the void.
Come on, like, we need something for us. You know what I'm saying? We need like men giving each other game. You know what I'm saying? Men holding each other accountable. Men telling each other like, yo, don't get finessed by these joints. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have some self-respect. Like, keep it player. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Things that I had to learn the hard way. I had to learn by experiencing it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I had to learn by, damn, I got finessed.
That's the best teaching.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I done had a lot of damn moments. You know what I'm saying? to where, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm nice at this shit now. Like, you get me? So I feel like if I can help another guy eliminate some of them damn moments, like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, don't touch that. Hey, don't listen to what she's saying, bro. All right, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I did my job.
That's what's up, man.
Would you ever deal with a female that cheated on you? Would you accept her back, or what would be your advice to a dude who got cheated on? You know, would you move forward with that relationship? Like, what would be the requirements? What would the woman have to show, like, man, that she's really sorry? You know what I'm saying? Or you just be like, man, that's it. You just keep thinking about Buddy just stabbing her.
All right, so I'm gonna keep it all the way.
All their factors. All their different factors. Everything that G said, all the different factors.
I'm gonna keep it a bean, right? Like, relationships are complex. And a lot of people get on podcasts and get on these mics and just say the most crazy or like, man, nah, fuck that bitch. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's easier said than done, especially when you've been in the thick of it with somebody for a long time. There's a lot of feelings, there's a lot of things invested there. Especially like if it's kids and all that type of stuff involved, it's a little different. I would say I don't subscribe to, if you cheated on me, am I taking you back? As a nigga that is a cheater the most of my fucking life, I understand cheating. So I can empathize.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So one, I would need to know what was the root of it?
Okay.
What was the root of it, right? And then from there, I can't say that I would take you back, but I probably won't. I won't hate you.
Okay.
I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Is it more so because cheating involves, it's not just a physical thing, but on the female perspective, it's more so like the deceit of it. It's like, damn, that's a character issue. Like you went through all this to violate. But you know, niggas, like if we cheat, sometimes it's just a physical thing.
Yeah.
But when women cheat, it's more of an emotional thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if we could wear it well. You know what I'm saying?
I'd be lying if I said I never got cheated on, bro.
Yeah.
But because I was already being so
doing
crazy, like I wasn't impacted, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like it didn't even hurt my heart. Like I tell you a story. Like it's probably just mad long ago. So I was already, like I said, I was already wilding out. And then I had went through a phone, and I ain't telling niggas to go through nobody's phone. Don't go through nobody's phone, bro. That shit's crazy. But I did it. And the only reason I did it because she kept complaining. Like, you know what I'm saying? She kept bitching. And I'm like, yo, listen, you better be living right for all these, you know what I'm saying? Because you keep talking. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I hate hypocrites. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like me, when I know I'm just wilding out, I ain't saying shit about shit. I ain't looking for shit. I ain't saying shit about shit. I'm trying to keep the shit as cool as possible. You know what I mean? So I say, you know what? Yo, she talking too much. We on this phone. So go on the phone, see what I see. Yeah. You get me? A part of me was like, I was kind of happy for it because I know I was wilding. So I'm just like, at least you ain't sitting here just, you know what I'm saying? Just being just getting drugged. But it didn't it's so complex because as a person, she was a good woman. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and she had, it was so many other areas in which she was just A1.
Okay.
You get me? So can we vibe still? We can chill. We can fuck. We can hang. Like, you know what I'm saying? But
the stain is a stain.
Yeah. Do I want to be in a relationship with you anymore?
I feel you.
It's not gonna be that. But I don't judge when people do stay in relationships and their girl cheated or they got cheated. I never judge them because I understand.
Okay.
I understand for sure. I understand. Like when you love somebody for real, like, you know what I'm saying? It's not as easy as just saying, all right, fuck it, you out of here. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not that easy.
Said than done.
Yeah, it's for sure. So
Man,
I don't judge them.
I'm on some I don't want to know. Keep
Yeah.
it on the low.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
So I don't know when this is gonna actually air, but what's your whole take on that Keke Palmer situation, man? You think homie just should have kept it in house? I don't know if you're aware of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, let me just fill the audience in. She went to. I was actually at that Usher concert. It's crazy, and I turned around. I was like, yo, she feeling out right with this new baby. And I was like, shorty's looking like that's not the typical Keke Palmer that we grew up with. You know what I'm saying? Keela the B. That ain't what I just saw back there.
Yeah.
And wifey spotted her first. So I looked back, I'm like, okay, Usher doing his 1-2. He being a performer. He's just doing what he's supposed to do, actually.
Yeah.
But should dude have just addressed his girl in private or left it alone or on a public platform as he did? Like, what's your take on it?
Well, I thought she was.
I see all the back and forth.
I thought she was mutting it at first.
Yeah.
Like when you look at the like how she was doing the video, like she was just like her mouth was just wide open, like she was like zooming in on Usher, shit like that. So first of all, you putting that on the gram. We know Usher's a singer, he's a performer. Yeah. But you already mutting it from there. Yeah. But all right, cool, you having your fan moment. So then now you take it up a notch. Mm-hmm. Now you on stage, you know what I'm saying, twirling around and all that type of shit. So was he wrong? Was he wrong for feeling the way? No. He wasn't wrong for feeling the way.
I agree with
Could he have responded better? Sure. He could have responded better. But did he do anything wrong?
Yeah.
No. I don't think he did anything wrong.
And a lot of women feel that same sentiment.
I don't think it, because I think if the shoot, I don't know him or Keke Palmer, so I can't say definitively, but I would say for a lot of these women that are like bashing him and shit like that, like they would have the same reaction.
Yeah, it's a lot of hypocrisy.
You know what I'm saying? So, but for sure he could have waited. Okay. He could have waited, and then he could have turned the fuck up at the crib. You know what I'm saying? Or he could have texted, "Oh, all right, I'm gonna see you when we home. We gonna talk about that." Right. So yeah, he could have done that. But you know what I'm saying? Emotions is high. At that time,
like his
he let
feelings
shit
was
off.
really hurt. Like, not even at the fact that what she was doing. I feel like it's just the fact that what she was doing in front of everybody, and he got to relive that moment
with the rest of the world.
What, for probably like another 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Every interview that, girl, you turned up on Usher. Like, do you really like him? Like, you know, that's always gonna be reminded to him. So he probably came out. I wouldn't have did nothing like that. Like, I wouldn't have went, I ain't finna address my girl on no internet. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
especially if you at the crib, you got my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm finna be in
your
face for real. You feel me?
I think he could have handled it better. I'm not mad at him. To me, when he went OD was when he started. It was like the long one.
Oh, I ain't
even see. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't seen nothing. I just heard.
It was more than that.
Yeah. Like it was a long
I didn't know he was going
one. Because now you like, God damn, like you know what I'm saying. So,
you gotta keep that in the house.
To be honest with you, I ain't even see. I seen something, but like when I be on the internet, I don't really see it fully. Like I don't try to digest all the things that I see online. You feel me? Like
you seem like you be in your own world when you
dog, I like skim through it like fast. Like I don't try to like fully digest everything I see. Like stories I'm tapping through. The feed I'm strolling through fast. Like if it's good information, I'll try to keep it. If it's not, like I try to just like see it and try to forget about it real fast. I don't try to retain none of that shit. Yeah. And I feel like that's one of the key ways that I stay focused, by not like trying to digest all the information I get, or all the information I see. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if you try to take in everything, it's gonna be hard for you to kind of retain it. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you looking at all this information? Why you? It don't matter what it is. If you trying to learn how to cook, you trying to learn how to, whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't take in everything because you ain't gonna remember it. You feel me? So I just skim through it.
So what would you have done in that case? So walk me through it. So we both agree he shouldn't have put it online. I want to state that we both agree with that. I wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do that. So what would be your reaction, and what would you do?
Boy, my first reaction. Dog, I ain't gonna lie. I would have been sitting there. I'd have been watching it from my phone. I'm like, damn, boy. What? I hope you could take what I'm about to.
You would have tried to get your leak back.
What? Damn, I'm finna come. Dog, kid, he gotta wear that. He wearing that shit. Like, boy, she got whole cheeks out. You know what I'm saying? Everybody like, yeah, boy, she put them cheeks. Even Usher could come back and say something like, boy, you better put your on the leash, you know what I'm saying, type shit. Like, he got to really wear that. So, like, I ain't gonna lie to you. Thank God I ain't in that type of situation where I got to worry about somebody, like, really not knowing me, because she should have knew her nigga from that.
For sure. Yeah. For sure.
Way before she even made a step on the stage, went to the concert, whatever, she should have knew her dude. Like, man, this nigga ain't finna like this shit. You feel me? Like, she supposed to move with him in mind.
Respect his face.
You feel me? Yeah. So, like, I'm glad that I don't have to deal with that type of stuff.
Do you think there was something deeper than that? Like maybe they were already going through something.
It could be a possibility. She just
to like blow it up.
She just got off a baby. She probably been stuck in the crib with the shorty, whatever the case may be. And now he probably was out having his fun, and she probably got her lit back. You feel me? And that's
her friends are probably hyping up too.
What?
Yeah. To me, the number one thing to me, like a number one deal breaker, that I can't get over is embarrassment.
Yeah.
So like, if your lick back is to publicly embarrass me, then we're done. Now I understand that they have a kid together, so it's just not as easy as we're done. You know what I'm saying? We got a kid, but for me, with no kid, Now you try to embarrass me publicly. Like, there's no level of understanding. I don't have no level of understanding for public embarrassment.
Yeah, because if they relationship serious, he gonna have to relive that.
But luckily, but see the speed of information, like it's so much stuff that's getting put out. Like, you know what I'm saying? It might get by next week something else will happen. It might get washed away. Like
it could, but that receipt once it's on the internet is there forever. Yeah, you could forget about it for the time being, but whenever she get hot, that's always gonna come up. Like whatever she does, whatever he does, if he get hot.
Yeah. You saw how they went back to his tweets, like when he
they went back.
Yeah, they started digging up his old tweets from like 2016, like you know what I'm saying. So as soon as he posted that, the women, you know what I'm saying, felt like he was, I guess, trying to control her. Yeah. And they start, you know what I'm saying, digging in the crates on his ass, like, this you said this, Kiki, this is the type of nigga you talk to. So to what you're saying, like.
Yeah, once it's on the internet, it's
like,
there.
So anything you say out of line, somebody gonna dig that up. Like, wasn't your bitches what Usher getting? You know what I'm saying? So,
man, it's crazy though, because it makes me think about. It was one of your posts. I don't know if it was last week when you was basically talking about is Instagram real?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, so people gotta be mindful of
the perceptions they create.
that they create. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, when I saw that, I was like, yo. You lined that one up real nice. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you could like go into that a little bit.
Yeah.
What that was about.
So pretty much, I just see, I always see people be like they'll post a bunch of just crazy shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then they'll be like, oh, this just for Instagram. I'm just on here to lie. Or it's just for shits and giggles. And I'm just like, yo, you think it's that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But people aren't viewing you as like they're viewing you as that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like what Eminem said, like, if I wasn't, then why would I say I am? If that's not you, why would you constantly every day say this is me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. So so pretty much the post was about like own it. Yeah. Own it. You know what I'm saying? Either be aware of the perception you're creating and own it, or be mindful of what you're posting and post shit that's gonna represent you the way you want to be represented. Facts. But for you to be mad at, that's like me being mad at Rick. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, Rick said, damn, boy, you always talking about hoes. What you mean I'm always talking about hoes? Bro, you always talking about hoes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how you gonna be mad that I see what you always talking about? So when I be saying, like, niggas be mad that people be like, but that's not what you do? Or when women be mad at people holding them accountable, like, but baby, that's what you do, no? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what the post was about.
It's about all the way down.
About accountability.
That was a dope ass post. Sure. Let me ask you this, man. So where did that mantra come from, man? Stay focused. Like, it may seem straightforward and easy to understand, but I saw you use it, and then I'm seeing you stamp it, and now it's turning into, it's growing its own legs for real. You know what I'm saying?
So initially it just was, you know, when I would say something like on a meme or some little funny shit, it was. At first, it just was like, hey, yo, Kings, stay focused, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy out here. Like, you know what I'm saying? So stay focused, get your money in, avoid this shit.
I feel you.
And then it started, I started to take it more serious, you know what I'm saying, as to what it really means. Like, you know what I'm saying? Kind of going back to what I was saying earlier about making that commitment and not negotiating with that commitment. And, you know what I'm saying, staying focused. And I think your level of focus is what differentiates and puts people into tiers. Like, you know what I'm saying? People that lack focus and lack discipline, you know, they probably more inconsistent in life. You know what I'm saying? People with a little bit more focus, a little bit more driven, ambition, better. The more focus, better. And then, you know what I'm saying? And it resonates with everyone, but means something different to everyone. So my stay focused might be different than Cap's stay focused. His stay focused may be, I gotta stay focused on making the best designs ever to keep Fly Supply, you know what I'm saying, great. My stay focused might be, yo, I gotta get this money because da-da-da-da. Rick's stay focused might be something else. So it unifies everybody, you know what I'm saying, everybody, you know what I'm saying, got the same emblem, but you can still be an individual with it, with, you know what I'm saying, what stay focused means to you.
Gotcha. That's pretty dope, man.
Yeah, I'm rocking with the movement all the way, dog. Like from the content to the clothes, to the to the robe, you know what I'm saying?
Like, so let me. I appreciate that.
The rollout was impeccable, man.
I appreciate. Hey, you know what? And again, I said it before, but shout out my boy Real. You know, he actually shout out my boy Real. He actually gave me that that nickname, Roby Bryant. Roby Bryant. He did that. So when I blow Real, you got something in the mail, boy.
That's what's up.
But so tell me how you guys stay focused. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Reg, I know like you a family man, and you know you present that shit, you push it, and it's amazing. But I'm sure there's distractions. You know what I'm saying? Especially with how you present it. Yeah. I know people want that. Women, they want that. You know what I'm saying? So
I definitely get a lot of positive.
How you stay
feedback.
Focused?
Good question, man. Because you know, like I was just saying, is like I definitely get that a lot. You know what I'm saying? There's an audience for everybody. I've been there, done that. Nigga played the streets. Yeah. I was in a serious situation. You know, I did things that I'm not proud of.
I seen the play.
And you know what I'm saying? I seen the play. Sometimes it might blow up in your face. And then I'm out here on free spit. And I'm really, really, really out here just free. And that ain't really living. I was just existing at one point. Yeah. But when you lock in and you zero in on that one person, man, and they bring you up and you bringing them up at the same time, and you guys are building together, and to see what that could turn into in less than 6 months is a beautiful thing. So why would I mess that up? You know what I'm saying? So there's distractions everywhere you go. You know what I'm saying? It's up to me to not fall into that trap, and understand that that's just temporary. What I got right now is permanent.
To have that level of resolve and dedication, like
all the way through.
Did it take you like having that situation that blew up in your face? Was that like a?
You know, you every situation you go through, you got to learn from it.
For sure.
Like, what's the point of keep touching the stove just to keep getting burnt? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At some point, you got to look at yourself, hold yourself accountable, and be like, okay, I'm rocking this way, and since I'm rocking this way, everything's been on the up and up. So why not stay this way? You know what I'm saying? There's this analogy that my wife actually told me one time. She was like, you know, if you violate, it's like pouring Kool-Aid on your shirt. Yeah, you could wash it, you could dry clean it, but that stain is always gonna be there. Yeah. On a crispy white, it's always gonna be there. So, you know, I just take it upon myself to just stay disciplined, stay focused, and zero in on one thing.
All right, y'all. So you made it to the end of this episode, man. Dope. We got even way more things to give you guys. Be sure to go to fourquarters.podcast and learn more information. Subscribe, like, share this, tag a couple friends, do all that. And then also check out FSC Academy, where we'll be dropping our ebook, our training courses on how to build a brand, teamwork, just everything from how to actually even trademark your logos, the whole nine, man. We're giving a lot of free game on there. So sign up, tune in, subscribe, like. See you on the next one.
Do you think that most males are too zesty?
Do I think that they're too? Nah. I don't think most males are too zesty. I think I think that there's a lot of emotionally immature males, so they don't know how to channel their emotions. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when they communicate, those emotions leak out. They might be elevated. It might, you know what I'm saying, resort to yelling and screaming and anger and shit like that. And that's why, you know what I'm saying, platforms like mine and others are like, you know what I'm saying, trying to teach niggas how to, you know what I'm saying, keep it beat. But I mean, it's definitely some flexible shit going on, but I don't think, you know what I'm saying, it's males are just, that's.
Hey, let me ask you this, you know what I'm saying, I know let me ask you this, I know we spoke about a lot of stuff though, but let me ask you this, how do you feel about, and I'm not knocking anybody, but how do you feel about males getting surgery? Because I was in GNC going to get some vitamins, and I was talking to this guy, you know, was having a little conversation, and he was like, pretty much, he was like, man, you know, the supplement industry is down, I think, like 40% because of males starting to get surgery. Like, how do you feel about that? Would you ever get surgery? You know what I'm saying? Like to get abs, like surgery, you know, to get chest or calves. Like how you feel about that?
Well, one, I mean, to be honest, I mean, what a nigga do with his money is what he do with his money. So I don't feel no way about it. Yeah. What I do it, I don't really have a need to do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have a need to do it. And then I think it'll be so lame. Like, If a nigga be like, how Chace died? That boy died trying to get abs. Like, you feel me? Like, I died trying to get abs. Like,
but nah,
I gotta go out like a real nigga, son. Like, I can't go out trying to get
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like, I was telling all the boys the other day, I was like, man, bro, we was in the shop. And the dude was like, I was like, yeah, man, I'm about to go to the gym. He's like, yeah, man, I seen your story earlier. You was in the gym. You was jump roping earlier. So I was like, yeah, man. He was like, I was like, man, I'm gonna go twice a day, man. So he's like, man, why you just don't get on the table? So I looked at him like, man, what type of I look like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not that tight. Yeah. But he's like, man, it's gonna be accepted soon. Like, you feel me? And like, I feel like it's cool. You could do whatever you like. You said it's your bread. You could do whatever you want to do. I just feel like, man, me as a man, me as a human being, I just feel like, man, I'd rather work for it. Because if I get it that way, and I see how females treat it, you know what I'm saying? Before me, I don't never have a thought in my mind like, damn, I'll just go lay down and let them cut me or do something to me. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and just work for it. But like, I see how females do it. Like, they'll get it, and they'll be right back eating McDonald's, not working out, doing everything that it shouldn't be done once you get it, and then probably like 3 to 4 months later, they looking back like how they was prior to they got whatever they got done. So like me personally, I wouldn't do it because of the fact that I feel like if you work for it, you know what I'm saying, you appreciate it more, and it'd be like, man, dog, I don't want to do another 3 months of working out twice a day, because like the age that I'm at, like, you feel me, it's harder to kind of like convert your body back to what you want it to be, you know what I'm saying, like the healing process of you like recovering, sleeping, all that other stuff, like, man, it's kind of like harder for you, you feel me? So me personally, I want to do that shit.
I know Cape, you did it, Cape, you right?
I gotta side with Rick. Me personally, like you said though, it's your bread. You do whatever you want to do. But I'm definitely with that hard work, and I just like the natural vibes. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna just go all natural. I'm gonna thug it out and just go through it and stay focused.
What do you think? What do you think about women's surgery? What do you think about that?
They could do whatever they want to do. Like some of them be looking good too. I ain't gonna lie. You know, I would be lying if I said.
What you prefer? Natural?
I prefer natural.
You prefer natural?
Yeah, I prefer natural.
Okay.
I just like to know that she wasn't tampered with. You know what I'm saying? So
okay.
I just prefer that. You know what I'm saying? But hey, to each his own. You know what I'm saying? To each her own, whatever. You know?
Okay. Copy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you, dog. Like, so like back in the days, dog. Like, and this shit was foreign to me. Like nigga, like, chilling with a chick, and I ain't never, you know, like, we from here, like, before the surgery wave hit, like, when 19, 20, around that time, I ain't really know too many women, like, getting cosmetic surgery and shit like that. So, I meet a person who did, and they were laying a certain way, and they whole, like, whatever they got implanted in their chest, the shit was, like, protruding out of their skin. Yeah, bro. And then I'm like, yo, what's that? And then they moved and it popped right back in place.
Men in black type.
Yeah, kid. And I ain't never, like, I just always felt the way since then. Like, yo, I don't like girls who do that type of stuff, because, like, I know, like, with time, like, that's what's going to happen. Whatever you, even with cars, like, whatever modifications you do, eventually you got to remodify it so it could stay, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not the natural thing. It wasn't the original marriage that it has. So you got to always, once you make that one upgrade, you got to keep making that upgrade over and over and over. And for that reason, like, any person that I deal with, my person, I would tell them, man, hey, you ain't got to do that shit. Like, I fuck with it how it is, you feel me? Like, if you work out, if it don't go away, cool. Like, fuck it, we here, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so now I'm going to ask you, right? And I'm going to ask all y'all. So, a lot of times men say they like natural. I like it all. I like if you look good, you look good. You know what I'm saying? Natural, enhanced, whatever. I'm trying to smack it all, right? So, how do you feel when men say that they like natural, but they show that they like, let's just say on social media or anything like that, like, all their attention is the other side. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel like that's like a all right, so I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel like when niggas like anything, it's more of a like an impulse like.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like oh, like I see some skin, boom.
Call to action.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Call to action.
It's impulsive as fuck.
Yeah.
But like if a nigga really had time or some real deal thought to put, or if that shit was in person, you probably see that shit like, I ain't even spotting you, you know?
you might vibe it, but he ain't gonna wife it.
What?
Yeah, like you don't have fun.
It's impulse.
You know you can't build with that. You know
Why? Why can't you build with that?
I mean, sometimes it might be a character. It depends on how far to go with it. Like I'm all for like, okay, now if you don't pop 3, 4, 5 kids out and you got flapjacks.
Yeah.
And you want to get right.
What it's called? Flapjacks.
I feel like the reason why you can't build with it, because most people who be on that type of vibe be more surface.
Okay.
Because that's what they more. That's what more they head at. Damn, I gotta look good.
So they value
the outside. But I ain't gonna lie to you. Same person that I mentioned. You could get surgery and look cool, but in the inside you're not. Yeah. So none of that shit don't matter. Like they gotta, all right, I see you. That's the first thing. But then I can't connect with you. That's the real thing. You feel me? Yeah. Your vibes and your aura and everything else, that's the real thing. So if I'm not connecting with you, none of that shit don't really matter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you see how we vibe. You like, yo, niggas genuine. Yeah. It's cause the connection. We gotta sit down, talk, know each other, vibe with each other and shit like that. If I could look at you, all right, cool, you look good. You could put on some clothes, they could fit good on you. Take them off. It might look good, it might not. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But shit, nigga done met some 5s that act like 10s, you know what I'm saying? And I fuck with them because of that, you know what I'm saying? Because like, damn, like the person they is trump all that other shit. Bitch go look good, have her titties, ass done, all that other shit. And then next thing you know, you can't even hold a real conversation when you don't, the conversation you get with them don't even hold no weight.
Surface level.
What the best thing you probably talk about is what to eat.
Yeah.
You feel?
But do you think that because men, well, a lot of men, you know, put a lot of attention on those women. Those are the women that are being championed, and you know, like, so it puts pressure on the women that probably don't have that shape. So now they feel like, man, those are the women that's winning. So I got to go ahead and get my body done, because I know some women that's, you know, that's they're incredible women that went ahead and did the surgery, and like those are wives. You know what I mean? So I know like everybody who do surgery is not somebody who you can't wife. You know what I'm saying? But it could raise that, you know, you could raise your eyebrow a little bit, like, what you doing it for really? Is it really for you, or is it for you to get attention? Because a lot of times when, you know, when people get their body done, now they want to be on the scene. It might be somebody that was like a low-key person always in the house, but then now they got their body done. It's turned up city now. You know what I'm saying? I'm out every night. And then with you being out every night, just say if you're in a relationship, it increases your chances of sliding. Because now the attention that you wasn't getting, maybe it was your homegirl that was getting that attention. Now you getting it, you don't know how to handle it. So then now you slide and everything, not a dynamic, everything unchanged, you know what I'm saying? So that's where sometimes it get a little bit strange for me, you know what I'm saying? Because we may say that we don't like it, but that's where our attention go.
Yeah, I like it.
You know what I'm saying?
I like all that shit. Skinny joint, big joint, and hand joint. I like them all. Like, don't talk. I like all that shit.
So I mean, that's pretty much what it is, though, man. Yeah. So I know we talked about a lot. I don't know. I think we talked about a lot of stuff.
We talked about a lot, man.
Up,
from
downs,
up,
east
down,
to west.
staying focused.
Where can we learn more about you, man? Like, telling people like where they can find you, where they can tune into, what you got coming up.
Oh, for sure.
I know you about to be behind the mic on a regular basis.
Yeah. Well, follow me on Instagram, Chace Greene, ChaceGreene. Follow me on Instagram, website chasegreene.com. You know what I'm saying? You can follow me there, pick up some merch. There. We got, you know what I'm saying? We do the rope talks, you know what I'm saying, sporadically throughout the week. Come join the community. Also got the podcast coming. You know what I'm saying? Stay on the lookout for that. So definitely, y'all got to return the favor. I need y'all boys.
We that.
You know what I'm saying? So, we staying focused. We got a lot of things in the works. A lot of things in the works. So just follow, stay tuned, stay focused.
And I'm gonna say this, man. It's one thing that our community don't say a lot, man. Is that I'm proud of you, dog.
Yeah, facts.
I'm proud of you,
for real. I appreciate that, man.
And I seen you say brick by brick, and you literally did it.
Yeah.
So we proud of you for real.
I'm proud of y'all, bro. Of course.
Yeah, man. Close us out, Rick.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. Tune in. 4 Quarters Podcast. We got my dog, Chace Greene here, man. Y'all check him out, man. We coming back with another one. Stay focused, man. 4 Quarters. We out.
Yeah, stay focused. 4 quarters.
Stay focused.
Yes, sir. Yo.
So 5, bro.
Yeah.